Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to Pop Culture Podcast, episode 306. I'm Jay.
I'm Adrian, and we're back for another month of things.
Yeah, this is
Drinking and things.
Drinking and things.
I think we can all agree this is just an excuse to drink and discuss things without our wives calling us drunks.
My still does. So.
In which case, we might as well throw cigars on this bad boy towards the end.
Done.
I was in Palm Springs. I bought a little... Because I didn't have time for full cigars.
Sure.
So like these little 20-minute burns of
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet, and they come in an aluminum case.
Okay.
But it comes with one of those humidifier packs that are built to the size of the case. So no matter where you go,
it's perfect.
Perfect humidity.
I still don't have my humidifier back. I lent it to somebody that had to have been a year ago now, and I haven't heard from them since.
Well, I hope they're dead to you and dead to this world.
Pretty much.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we're drinking today. Now we are drinking Wild Turkey Longbranch because we were drinking Wild Turkey before we got paid to drink Wild Turkey.
That's fair.
For those of you who don't know why, because this is Matthew McConaughey's whiskey with Wild Turkey.
Yeah, it's his collaboration.
So it's small batched aged American oak. However, it's small batched with oak and Texas mesquite that's been charcoal refined.
Yes.
So we're going to give this a shot. It was not as expensive as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, good. I mean, it is Wild Turkey.
It is but they have some that go up to $279.
That's ridiculous.
But we're doing one other thing here.
Yeah, so I noticed that...
Two glasses.
Typically, you'll have two glasses because you'll do a neat and you'll do a rocks.
Yes.
These are both neat.
These are both neat. So we have our traditional glass that we tend to always drink out of.
Right.
Now we have these insulated, curved as a bell. These are specific to be considered whiskey-specific glasses. Due to the shape, the opening, and where it hits on your palate, it's supposed to improve your whiskey experience.
And obviously, even for those of you that watch the video, which is nobody, you can't really see the design of this glass, but for those of you that are just listening, like, it is a double-walled glass, and the interior portion of the glass, towards the top, it actually curves out also.
Like
so
a bell.
It's not a straight edge. Yeah, so it's an inverted bell. Think about a bell, turn it upside down, pour your whiskey in. It's how I celebrate Christmas every year anyway.
Right. So I wanted to see if it really does change the flavor.
Okay.
So
which one are you doing first here?
let's try the traditional glass.
Okay.
As a whiskey, that's not bad.
No. There's a real weird top of the throat burn, though.
Yes.
And not like what you normally get.
It's when I first took a hit, it's almost like acid indigestion.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Huh.
Okay, now let's try it out of these special whiskey glasses.
I got no difference.
I don't want to say that I do either.
I almost feel like it's harder to drink it out of this glass
because it's so wide. The lip is so wide.
Yeah. Like it's gonna end up running down my face or something. Yeah, I don't know. I would say I think out of the whiskey glass, it hits the front of my tongue a little bit more.
Yeah, and
then passes.
I don't have the same burn out of the whiskey glass that I have out of the regular glass. I don't get that throat burn.
I get throat burn in both. I don't know.
All right.
I mean, that's always one thing that I've wanted to get into experimenting with, though, is you have these different glassware for different types of alcohol that are supposed to bring out the flavors. And
Sure.
There's specific glasses you're supposed to drink gin out of because it activates the florals that help you get that in your palate, things like that. But typically, I tend to always go with like a rocks glass for anything.
To be honest, I would imagine the best glass to use then is the bottle. You know,
Well, sure.
That's where it was made to come from.
Yeah.
All right.
Takes me back to the time that I think I told this story on the show once. I had a beer. You know, they have the beers that ferment in the bottle.
Yes, they do.
I bought one that was that, and I didn't know that's what it was, and I drank it straight out of the bottle.
Oh, and you got all the sediment and yeast.
Yeah, that was a unpleasant surprise.
I would imagine so.
They should really put on the label, don't drink out of bottle.
Decant this bitch.
Yeah. So.
All right, so overall, I think it's fine.
I mean, it's exactly what I would expect from a Wild Turkey whiskey. There's nothing that blows me away about it, but it's no Ezra Brooks.
So
You're kind of right there in the middle.
So as I understand it, Wild Turkey has another product line called Russell's.
Oh, I've had Russell's.
That their 12 years age is supposed to be very good.
Yeah.
That is the same price as this bottle, because this bottle is $39.99.
Okay.
Before tax. Also, less than $23.99 will get you a bottle of Jameson, either Caskmate. $21.99 will get you just a bottle of Jameson.
That's right. Which, I mean, that seems like the better choice.
It really is.
So,
thank you, Matthew McConaughey. Go make another movie I won't watch, and stop fucking with my whiskey. I mean, I'm gonna drink the whole fucking bottle.
Yeah. That's a
All
given.
right.
So
what have you been watching?
I'm trying to remember the last time. Fuck it. I don't even know.
Yeah.
If I repeat stuff, whatever. So right now, I'm working on season 2 of Space Cases.
Space Cases.
The 97 Nickelodeon TV show that had Jewel Staite and Walter E. Jones.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but it's season 2, so Jewel Staite's not in it anymore. She's now been replaced by Rebecca something. I don't know. I think I'm through like 9 out of 13 episodes. And it's just one of those things that's been on my list forever. I'm like, fuck
it's time to get through it.
It's time to get through it. So there's that. I'm also working on season 6 of Jersey Shore.
Oh.
Cabs are here. Because again, that's one that's just been on my list forever. So
Why is that on your list?
Because I watched like the first 4 seasons when they were actually on,
and you can't stop.
And then I realized that I never saw the last 2 seasons, so I'm like, shit, I gotta finish that at some point.
All right, if you insist,
the
buddy.
Jersey Shore Family Vacation just came out.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I'm like, well, I have to finish this before I can watch that and see how everybody's still fucked up as adults.
And they have kids and shit now.
Oh yeah. Well, in season 6, Snooki was pregnant. So she was pregnant even during the filming.
By one of the Jersey guys?
No. By some guy that she had met at the Jersey Shore. But
sure,
why
wouldn't
dating.
she meet him there? Yeah.
Well, it wasn't one of the housemates, no. And then I just watched season 4 of Made in Chelsea.
Okay.
Which I've talked about on the show before. It's essentially take Laguna Beach or the Hills and set it in the rich neighborhood of London, and that's what Made in Chelsea is. But it's funny because I watched, I think it's 12 episodes of it in 2 days, and now I keep in my head thinking like the English slang, like for, they call everybody boy. So yeah, boy, how you doing?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I've got that all in my head now. I'm like, no, I'm an American. I don't need to.
You want to go have a fag?
Yeah, right. Finished season 2 of Black Sails. Finished season 5 or 6 of Modern Family.
Oh, okay. What happened at the end?
It was the wedding. Cam and his.
I want to
boyfriend's
say
wedding.
Marshall, but that's not right.
No, Marshall's from.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is his name?
Cameron.
It's the brother.
I know it's the brother. It's. Oh, man. I never remember his name. Mitchell.
You were close with Marshall.
I was close to Marshall.
Yeah, so it was Cam and Mitchell's wedding. That was the finale of that season. So, yeah, what else did I watch? I don't know.
Okay.
Caught up on Supergirl, caught up on Bob's Burgers, caught up on caught up on Flash.
Okay, can
just
I
random stuff.
ask you if you've seen some stuff?
Sure.
Did you watch the Superstore finale?
Yes.
What did you think?
Literally, it was the day after we recorded last time.
Oh,
so it's been a while.
The last image you should have is them having sex where you see his bare ass on a TV. That should be the last.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it well enough. Overall, I enjoyed that show very much. And we knew eventually they were going to get together and it was going to be a thing. I felt bad for
Kelly. So bad for Kelly.
He just yo-yoed her. Hey, let's move in together. Hey, let's go meet your parents. Hey, let's break up.
Yep.
So, no, I'm excited for that one to come back.
And how do you like the end of Bob's Burgers? The last episode was the wedding. Bob and Linda cater and are invited to a wedding.
Yeah.
I thought it was a very solid season ender.
No, I thought it was too. And I've been to a couple weddings that are exactly like that.
Yep.
To be fair, my wedding was not that different than that. So yeah, I thought it was good.
I was at Comic-Con last weekend, and one of the animators from seasons 1 through 4 was there.
Okay.
And he did a little sketch card commission for Jessica and just drew the kids and wrote on it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was super nice of him.
Yeah.
But then you're just like, wow, that looks exactly like it.
Right.
He's like, I guess there was something like 7 to 8 animators per season, he said.
Wow.
Which I would think there'd be a lot more.
Well, I don't know anymore. Everything's done digitally, so it's quicker. I mean, really, you can, for a lot of the scenes, you create one image, and then you can digitally, you take your Cintiq tablet or whatever, and you manipulate stuff real quick. You don't have to redraw everything like back in the day.
See, in my mind, I'm still thinking drawing every motherfucking
you're
cell.
Thinking, flipbook animation, like in Ren and Stimpy and Rocko's Modern Life, and yeah. So.
Or you go back and you can buy a Transformer cells and Batman the animated series.
I had a buddy that had a couple cells. He was a big Harley Quinn fan, so he had a couple cells from Mad Love, which was her first appearance on the animated series.
And those go for good money now.
Yeah, he ended up. I think
because that's the first appearance of her anyway.
Yeah. She was in that show,
Correct.
and then they moved her to the comics because she was popular. Okay, so yeah, I saw Bob's. I saw Superstore. Do you got anything else on?
No, those are the two I was curious about. I have
Yeah.
Hot Ones questions when we get to Hot Ones.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that's it for the TV watching. Just a lot of
Yeah,
spattering.
I mean,
that's fine, man.
Animal Kingdom's back on, so I've been watching that.
Yeah, Dennis Leary's in it now.
Yeah, it's good still.
Wow, that did not sound so reassuring.
So
it's like how I tell my wife nothing's wrong. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing's wrong.
It happens. No, they're definitely making him a California guy.
Sure.
Which is not Dennis Leary. He's very gruff. I want to say he's like.
He's New York East Coast as it comes.
Something, yeah.
Yes.
I feel like I want to say he's Pittsburgh or something. But yeah, definitely East Coast. So he's in the bar, and in last night's episode, he was in the bar that his son owns, and he's like, he keeps throwing out dude and man and
brah.
Just trying to be very like relaxed West Coast. I'm like, shouldn't you be like popping a vein out of your forehead, screaming something right now?
Shaka brah.
Yeah. So, but no, it's good.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if these ended before we recorded last time, but Life Sentence, which was a show I was watching with Lucy Hale.
No.
It was brand new this season. It was a girl that had cancer, went through an experimental treatment.
You talked about it for sure, yeah.
So this was the first season. It is now canceled. It's done. It was part of the chopping block from Upfronts, whatever. So it made it 13 episodes. It's gone. It's off the air. Rise, which was the NBC show with Josh Radnor.
Yes.
Also gone.
Of course. Like you saw that writing was on the wall when season 1 episode came out.
It was, but I also really enjoyed the show.
I remember.
So,
yeah.
there was one more thing I was just going to talk about. I don't remember what. Anyways, yeah. So I've finished those. Those are gone. Ghosted.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
You have that on there. Okay, we'll talk about it when we get to you.
No, we can talk about Ghosted now.
So
it's back on Hulu.
So episode 9 had aired, and then we're on this big hiatus. Nobody knew what was going to happen with it. They had filmed 13 episodes. They have not aired episode 10 still, but they've aired 11, 12, and 13.
Wait, so they aired 9, not 10,
they
11,
aired
12,
9.
and 13?
10 aired in Australia.
What was episode 10?
I don't know, because
Okay.
I read the synopsis of it, but I don't remember what it was now.
Okay.
But yeah, so then the next one, let me double check this.
Because right now, the last 4 we watched were all continual off of each other. Did you get a new phone case?
I got this after I
broke one of the charging
screen.
cases?
No. It's the wallet case.
Oh, okay.
But no, after I dropped my phone back in like February and cracked it, I ended up getting a new case. I actually don't like it because it adds a lot of bulk to it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And then the other thing I found out, I was watching TV at lunch the other day.
And it gets hot.
It gets very hot because you get this pocket of hot air trapped in here. So now I actually have to open this to let it vent. And I'm like, that's...
Already done with it.
Yeah.
Speaking of phones, mine is going off like crazy.
Yeah, it is. There's not a game on tonight.
That's not the ESPN sound. Okay. And there sure is a game. Last time I watched, Dodgers were up 3-2 after their beating they got from the Cubs yesterday.
That's right. The Cubs lost horribly to the Reds.
Oh, my God. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, no. Okay, I guess. So what they did, the original episode 10 was supposed to be called Hello Boys. That aired in Australia only. And then they renumbered The Wire, which was originally 11, to be 10.
Oh, so we haven't seen Hello Boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure it's available in places.
Sure.
But, yeah, so it was originally supposed to be, the winter finale broadcast January 14th. Fox postponed the episode 5 days before it was supposed to air. And then it was only streamed, I guess, on Amazon in Australia.
Man, I was just there, too.
Ah, you could have seen it.
I should have seen it. But I do feel like these past 4 or 3 episodes have been pretty solid. Mm-hmm. Do you know if it's coming back for season 2?
I do not. What I do know is Amber Stevens-West, who I can't remember her character's name now. Not the chief, but the tech girl. She did a pilot, I think a Damon Wayans Jr. pilot, and it got picked up.
You can do 2 shows.
You can. There's people that do it. It's not necessarily easy, but I'm wondering if she auditioned for that because she knew that
it was, or maybe her character gets killed.
Yeah, it could be.
Because remember are you caught up?
Yeah.
The psychic told her something about him, and maybe it's about her dying.
And that's kind of what I was wondering, because she said somebody dies.
Someone driving home dies.
Yeah.
So maybe it's her.
Maybe.
And that would lead Way to bring his wife back.
That's true.
Anyways, I thought Ghosted, I was surprised to see it back with new episodes regularly, but I've been enjoying them.
Sorry, real quick before we move on. Do you feel like they dropped the storyline of Max and her kind of...
No, I don't think
because I feel like they haven't referenced it in the last few episodes.
Yeah, because even the hug, and it was a long hug.
Okay, there was that, but I feel like that was like the only.
Yes, that was the only one. Yes,
because in I want to say it was like 6 or 7. It was like getting really like. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, all right. What else do you got?
I started Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
Have you watched?
No, it's on my list.
Holy shit, so good.
So good. All right.
So I was like, I want something for my flight. So I downloaded season 1 of Peaky Blinders.
Because it's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Watched all of it on my flight to and from Australia.
Okay.
So then I did season 2. And I did season 3.
Wow.
And I only have 2 episodes left of season 4, and I'm totally caught up till season 5 releases.
Are they doing a season 5?
They are doing a season 5. But it's not out until mid-2019.
Okay.
And I'm just lost. I'm lost without it. It's such a good show. It definitely gets more violent as the show progresses.
Okay.
And they become a little bit more comfortable showing nudity and blood.
Yeah.
But it's still not gratuitous.
Okay.
So I'm still enjoying Peaky Blinders.
Nice.
Cillian Murphy is killing it.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's in that.
Yeah, he's Tommy Shelby. He's the main lead.
Okay.
And just everyone does a great fucking job at this. The other Netflix original I watched was Lost in Space.
Oh.
I have a lot of mixed feelings on it.
Okay.
Because, one, I feel like I watched 10 episodes, but really only got 5 episodes worth of content.
Sure.
Like, that shit went on way too long. 2, I never felt like they were in any real peril.
Okay.
Because you saw what was coming.
Yeah.
And then the robot makes no fucking sense. It still makes no sense to this fucking day. The robot was the worst thing in the show. So there were really good parts and really bad parts. At the end of it, I was just like, well, it was a good time killer.
Yeah.
And I'll watch season 2 when I have nothing else. When I go to that barrel and I'm scraping it, then I'll be like, guess it's Lost in Space time.
Ugh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Watch the series finale of Last Man on Earth.
Oh, yeah. Well, wait.
It's
this
done.
one's done.
Done.
Okay, I couldn't remember if this is one that got picked up.
No.
There's a couple things that are getting picked up.
Right, like
still.
Lucifer's going to Hulu.
Yeah.
And no, Last Man on Earth is over.
Okay.
And it ended on a huge cliffhanger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you're just like, you sons of bitches. That's it.
Terrible.
Yeah, so no resolution.
Okay.
100% storyline still open. And it's just like, no, we're done. Have a good day. Bye.
Okay.
Watch the season finale of Splitting Up Together. This is Jenna Fisher's
you're
show.
Still watching that? Didn't you say it was terrible?
Yeah, but
Okay.
again, like I'm out of shit to watch, bro. Might as well watch it. And much like Lost in Space, some episodes were good, some episodes were bad, some episodes were fine except for one really good joke. I think it's coming back for a season 2.
Okay.
I'm not. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it.
Fair enough.
I have also been rewatching Rick and Morty season 3 since it's now on Hulu.
It's now on Hulu.
I watched it all when it aired. Watching it again, just as good. It's been picked up for like another 7 or something ridiculous seasons.
Yeah, like that was a huge announcement.
It's like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I still only made it, I think, 3 episodes into season 2.
You're missing out, my friend.
Just because
Yep.
I'm gone, she's gone. It's just ridiculous.
I do think Hulu needs to adopt the Netflix model where I can download. They need offline viewing.
So let me ask you this, because I was looking at doing this for this trip I'm leaving on Saturday. I had a coworker who just did the same trip that I'm doing. He said he had downloaded some Netflix movies before leaving his house.
Okay.
And then he went to view them while he was in France, and Netflix did not let him. Now, my assumption is that he connected to
That is 100%
Wi-Fi.
what he did.
So even if you downloaded the content, it's still region restricted if you go somewhere else?
No.
Okay.
Because, well, maybe I downloaded Peaky Blinders and I watched it while I was in Australia.
Connected to the Wi-Fi's?
No, because I hadn't downloaded.
But so that was his thing, though. He downloaded it
Yeah.
onto his laptop.
And I
then-
was connected to Wi-Fi, but I think I went to airplane mode when I went to go watch it.
Okay.
Because what do I still need Wi-Fi connection for? I'm
Sure.
watching TV. Why am I going to waste my battery?
Well, and the other thing is, it could be that Peaky Blinders is on Netflix there.
It's possible for that too.
So, but yeah, he said he had that problem when he went over, so he couldn't watch anything. But he was able to go through the Netflix catalog there, find shows that he wanted to watch or movies or whatever. And then he did the same thing where he downloaded items while he was there, and then came home and got a message saying that he wasn't allowed to play them.
Interesting.
So I'm thinking it's a connecting to the network and having it recognize where you are.
Possibly.
Region restriction, but it's crazy to me that even on downloaded content you would
See,
get
and maybe because I did it on my iPad.
that. Okay.
So when I'm watching, I put it on airplane mode because what do I care?
Yeah.
I also don't allow location services on my
Okay.
iPad.
Okay.
Because don't be dumb. Right? Like I don't want people tracking where I'm going.
Sure.
I don't. Wherever that iPad is where I am. We're good enough.
Okay.
So yeah. The only thing about it is when you start a downloaded episode, you have 48 hours to finish it.
Right. I mean, I did that with Amazon Prime, Downton Abbey, when I was going to France last year.
Okay.
I did some Downton Abbey episodes,
And it let you.
but I was on the plane, so I wasn't
Yeah,
connected to
fair.
anything. So I don't know.
The other thing obviously I watched was actually I did not get to watch is the NBA Finals because it only went 4 games. In all 4 games, I was out of the goddamn country.
Right.
You know what is not allowed to be streamed outside the motherfucking country?
The NBA Finals.
NBA Finals.
It's unfortunate. But you know what you could have watched as much World Cup soccer as you wanted.
They didn't even start by the time I was there. I did watch some AFL. In fact, I went to an AFL game.
Oh, really?
Australian football.
Nice.
Yeah. So the game I went to was just a regular game on a Monday night. 83,410 people in attendance.
Wow.
Here's how cheap their tickets are. Nosebleeds, $20.
Okay.
The seats that were literal, because we chose best available.
Yeah.
3 rows from the field. You know how much I paid for each seat?
$28.
60.
That's still
That's
nothing.
still a fucking bargain.
Yeah.
Still a bargain. For a Jack and Coke, $5.
Oh. Maybe I should just move to Australia.
Move to
Shit.
Australia. The food is stupid expensive, though.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
Ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, I could see that.
Drinks were cheap. Food was expensive.
Sure.
So kind of was a wash for me.
Yeah,
But
right.
for the people who didn't drink, it hurt them.
Right.
So let's talk about some hot ones.
Okay.
So last time we talked, you had not watched the Machine Gun Kelly.
Which I have since watched.
And what
it was
did
a
you...
fucking bullshit
It
episode.
was like in the definite top 5 worst episodes ever.
Right. Like, the first time he was on, it was kind of entertaining because he was literally, like, I think the second guest
Yes.
or something like that. So you see him reacting, and it was, oh, he's walking around, whatever. And now, he looks like fucking... So, everybody in high school had that one white kid that was obsessed with rap.
Yes.
That's what Machine Kelly looked like.
Yes,
here.
it does.
He
100%.
bleached his hair. He was an Eminem fan, whatever. So fuck that in the first place. But yeah, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna, I might punch you.
Yeah,
this
and he
is
was
so spicy. I'm
threatening
gonna.
Sean.
Oh, I'm like, fuck you. You're here to eat chicken wings.
Yeah, and he was threatening to fight him or punch him because they were too spicy.
Right.
Like,
one, you've done this before.
Yeah.
You know what to expect. Two, if it's that bad, tap out. Just be done with it.
and he only did 5, right?
They only did 5.
Yeah. Fuck you. The next one was Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, that one. What the fuck happened to Johnny Knoxville?
Like, I never watched Jackass anyways.
I didn't either, but I've seen him in, like, I've watched The Ringer a couple times. So I've seen some of the movies in, but he seems like he's taken one too many blows to the head.
I'm sure he has.
Yeah.
And then the Natalie Portman episode.
Yeah, I was excited about that episode, and then I watched it, and I'm like, oh, no. I will give her this. She handled the sauce pretty well.
She handled the sauces really well.
But
go ahead.
It may as well have been a face drawn on a paper bag. That's how much personality
she
came
was
out.
not engaging at all. And they're talking about her, like, college parties and being this wild person. And she's like, yeah, we had a lot of fun in college. Me and some girlfriends of mine. Oh, Sean, let's have another wing.
Right. And every time she take a bite, that's good. That's good. That's
the thing that really bothered me about it's actually been bothering me about a lot of hot ones. As we get more and more famous guests, it becomes less and less entertaining.
right.
The other thing is, in Natalie Portman especially pissed me off on this one, is she wants vegan wings.
Right.
Which I did love how Sean explained that they were very spongy and hard to eat.
Uh-huh.
And she's explaining because of what did she call the way our meat is prepared or made?
Oh,
like the warehouse or the mass production of meat or whatever.
Mass farming, something. Yeah.
Manufactured farming.
Yeah.
Which she's not wrong. That does suck.
Right.
So her response, if she made a movie, is because of this, you should be vegan.
I don't think you need to go that far.
But that's just it. What about free range?
Right.
What about organically grown free range? There are farms that like you can get your meat from that are just like open air. They treat the cows well.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that's your extreme and that's why you're a vegan because of that? That's not educated. That means you're not an educated response. That just means you're dumb.
Right. And the other thing I keep trying to figure out is, sure, vegan wing. Are all of those sauces vegan?
No.
I have to imagine there's some animal product in one of those sauces.
You got some more?
Yeah, I'll take some more.
It's not even that there's animal product, but they're not. I think you'll get cross-contamination. I think you'll get things along that nature.
Right.
In the end of it, I just think it's a stupid reason if that's why you're vegan.
Yeah, absolutely. So did you watch the most recent one?
With Marquise?
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you think of that one?
I thought that was been the most entertaining of season 6.
Okay. Have you seen any of Marquise's videos?
Only 2.
Okay.
And that's when I was trying to debate between Sennheimer and New Pairs of Bose. So I watched some of his headphone reviews.
Do you know what his recommendation for a sub $300 set of headphones is?
The ones you have, I believe.
Yeah, it's the Audio Technica M50s. So I saw that, and I'm like, oh yeah, those are the ones I have.
Those are?
I watched a few of his videos, particularly when I was looking at going back to when I was getting rid of my cheap phone and going back to a flagship phone, trying to decide if I wanted to go iPhone or Galaxy. He had a video that it was the iPhone 8 and the Galaxy S8, and he's like, here's all the differences. Here, like, if you're really into photography, you're gonna want this phone. If you're really into having the connected ecosystem, you're gonna want the iPhone. So yeah, I watched a bunch of his videos for that, and I watched a couple of his headphone videos, and he's got some videos on dash cams.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm thinking about buying a dash cam.
Why?
Because I'm potentially about to do a 32-hour road trip.
Okay.
And it'd be really interesting to capture it.
See, that I can accept.
Right.
What happens if I get hit, or what happens if I get assaulted by a cop, I can't accept that one as much.
Okay. I mean, I might get assaulted by a cop. I don't know.
Well, but to be fair, you might also have it coming.
That's true. That is very true.
So, yeah, let's not blame the cop. Maybe you had it coming.
But I'm thinking about trying to find one that I can mount either or both in my car and then remove that and mount it to the front of the bike.
Wouldn't that be the GoPro?
That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But the downside of the GoPro is some of the ones that are designed to be an actual dash cam, you can run a wire that hooks into your ignition or like to your something on this starting system of the car. So when you start up, it automatically turns on. And when you turn the car off, it automatically turns off.
Which is cool.
Which the GoPro, you have to manually remember to turn it on and off. And my luck, I'd forget to turn it off, and I'd come back, and I'd have 14 hours of what was in front of me where I parked.
You might find something interesting.
Maybe. But yeah, I thought Marquise was a decent episode.
I did as well.
Way better than Natalie Portman and Machine Gun Kelly. So, Are you? I know we've talked about this before, but I don't remember your answer. Do you watch any of the other videos on the First We Feast channel?
If they're a topic I want to watch, yes.
Okay, I've been watching the burger show.
Yeah, the boiled burger and everything else. Sure.
So he just did an episode. He did it 2 episodes ago. He did one where it was like a cookout in a lowrider car club person's.
I'm in.
Yeah, no, it was actually really awkward and forced, and like the people that were part of the car club couldn't be on camera, and his transitions were horrible. But his latest episode was him and Seth Rogen sitting down and eating secret menu burgers.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that one. I haven't yet though.
It's good. It makes me want to go get. I've had the In-N-Out,
of course,
which is all it is double animal style.
It's not that secret. You want to go secret, you go mustard fried raw onion.
But that's what he did on this. So it was the animal style. But he also had them do the mustard fried. He did the onion, and then he had them put the chilies on it, in addition to your regular.
Sure.
Yeah. And then they did the.
That tells me he doesn't understand In-N-Out though, because animal style is always mustard fried.
Okay, well, maybe
he was just explaining it.
Yeah,
maybe.
Okay. But then he did the peanut butter burger from Shake Shack, which they both said was terrible because all you taste is peanut butter.
I believe. I don't like any peanut butter burgers. It's a fucking trend. It needs to stop. Did you see there was a Shake Shack in Seattle over the weekend?
No.
There was a pop-up Shake Shack just over the weekend because they're opening one here in the fall.
Oh, interesting.
So they did a pop-up, and apparently the wait to get a burger was 3 hours.
Oh, jeez. That's too much.
Yeah, it is.
And they did a third burger. I want to say it was Whataburger.
Okay. I like Whataburger well enough. It's fine.
I've never had it.
There's some in Dallas. It's just like it's like a Chick-fil-A version of a burger.
Okay.
It's a little bit better than a Wendy's, but not substantially.
Okay.
Like, if I go to Chick-fil-A and they're closed and I get a Wendy's chicken spicy sandwich, I'm not upset. It's pretty similar.
Sure.
Whataburger is the same way.
Okay. But yeah, so that episode was good. The episode before that was awkward. The episode with H. John Benjamin.
Yes.
Yeah, that was probably the best one. But anyways, all right. What else you got?
For TV, that's it. I do have one bit of TV news.
Okay.
It has gone through the court system and approved. Disney is buying Fox.
Yes.
on one condition.
Okay.
They cannot keep Fox Sports. They either has to sell it or abolish it.
Really?
Because they already have ESPN.
Right.
So the courts considered that a monopoly on sports reporting.
All right, that's fair. Because there is nothing else.
There's nothing else.
Yeah.
So, and what I thought was interesting is, so you have Disney gets Fox, which means they're getting the X-Men back, they're getting Deadpool back, they're getting all that back. But that also means that they will be partners with the WWE. Because WWE signed a contract with Fox starting in October 2019.
Yeah, that's true.
For billions of dollars.
Uh-huh.
So I thought that was interesting. We'll see.
Cross promotion Triple H and Mickey Mouse.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're releasing 4th of July Mickey Mouse Oreos.
Oh, jeez. With the Oreos. Come on.
That mouse owns everything. Everything.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Did you watch any movies?
I don't think I have watched a movie since last time we talked.
Wow. I watched 3.
Okay.
That's a lie. I watched 2 and 20 minutes of one.
Okay. What'd you watch and what'd you turn off?
What I turned off was the week of Adam Sandler and Chris Rock's new Netflix movie.
No, don't.
And I didn't.
You started. That's bad enough.
I did start it. The other movie that's it. That's all I have to say about it.
Okay. Yeah,
that was too much. I watched too much. Bright.
Oh, okay.
The Will Smith movie.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I have not. Jessica watched it. I never got around to it.
I thought the concept was really cool. I like the world a lot. I don't give a shit about the Will Smith Orc relationship.
Okay.
Like, if that movie did not have Will Smith and was not about the police but about the world, I'm 100% fucking in.
Okay, fair.
So, I thought it was a great groundwork. As I understand, it's 1 of 3 movies.
Oh.
So hopefully by the time it progresses, it'll get a lot better.
Yeah.
But if this was like issue 1 of a comic, like 1 of 5, 1 of 3, I'd be like, good groundwork. I'm looking forward to the end. And that's how I felt about Bright.
Okay.
This wasn't great, but you built a lot, and I'm curious enough to see where you're going.
Sure.
The last movie I watched was I, Tonya.
Oh, my God. Why?
Did you watch that?
No.
It was really good.
Really?
And I thought it was going to be horrible.
Oh.
Because I don't like Margot Robbie.
Okay. I like her well enough, but
I don't give a shit about Tanya Harding.
Yeah.
I didn't really care. But I was going through the airlines movies, and I'm all like, sure, why the fuck not? And I was like, pleasantly surprised.
Okay. That's
pleasantly surprised.
Good.
Now, I did do something yesterday that will probably mean I'll have more movies to talk about.
Did you rejoin MoviePass?
How dare you? How dare you? In my house, Jay? You talk about that in my house?
Uh-huh.
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did the AMC version.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
So for those of you who are not... Oh.
No, go ahead. But afterwards, we do need to talk about MoviePass.
For those of you who are not familiar, AMC, Alamo Drafthouse, and now soon Regal have released their own versions of MoviePass.
Shit. I didn't realize Alamo Drafthouse had a separate one.
Yes, they now have their own. So here's the deal with the AMC one. It's $20 a month.
Uh-huh.
You can watch 3 movies a week. Doesn't matter when you watch them. You can watch them back to back to back in the same day.
Okay.
You can watch them differently. But it includes every showing. It includes IMAX. It includes Dolby Digital. It includes everything.
Okay.
And it includes reserved seating. And you don't have to choose that day. So if tickets go on sale for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is coming out in 3 months, you can use your pass for that.
Okay.
And when that movie comes out, it counts as one of your ones for that week. So by the reason I didn't want to use the movie pass anymore is reserved seating, which was a bother, had to be day of, which means you got shit seatings and all this other stuff. So I was like, okay, AMC, I will try yours. I'll try yours.
Okay. So you just signed up for that like yesterday?
Yesterday, because that's the day it came out.
Okay.
What were you going to tell me about Movie Pass?
So I got an email from MoviePass, and I want to bring this up to make sure that I...
Uh-oh.
No, nothing horrible. Why is this not...
It connected to my Wi-Fi. It's ported to Australia, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you probably can't look at your email here.
I deleted the email because I read it, and I'm like, whatever, but now it's not coming up out of my deleteds because I have so many. Anyways, so they sent an email out 2 days ago, I think, 3 days ago, talking about some upcoming changes in the program. One of them, which I'm like, is they're going to start doing premium pricing on particular showings of a movie.
What?
So if you go to see a movie like the day it comes out and a lot of people are seeing it, there's like another $1 that they'll
That's fucking stupid.
I mean, on one hand, I get it.
I don't think they can change that, though. I think because you're already agreed to terms. Can they change that term financially?
I don't know.
Okay,
I have to look into it more.
Maybe.
But I mean, I get it because obviously, from the movie theater's perspective, opening night of, what the hell movie just came out?
Sure, whatever. Captain America.
Whatever. Opening night of that, they're expecting lots of people to come watch it.
Yes.
And if even half of those people are coming on a movie pass,
the theater's still getting the same amount of money.
I guess that's true.
It's just Movie Pass wants to milk you.
So Movie Pass wants the money. That's
all it is. Movie Pass wants the money.
But so they're saying it's going to be like another $1 or something like that. You'll get $1 charge if you see it on, essentially during surge pricing. If we want to use Uber pricing.
Fucking stupid.
But for me, I hate going to the movie on an opening night anyway.
I don't disagree. But how long until it's like, what's the first 2 weeks of a movie?
So
or any showing between 7 to 10, or
from my understanding, when you go to check into the movie, you go to look for tickets for that movie, it'll tell you this is going to be a premium price.
I understand that, but how long till they keep going down the slippery slope of, well, it's surge pricing for 2 weeks. It's surge pricing any movie 7 to 10. It's
so that was one thing that they're changing. Another thing that they're changing is the ability to purchase tickets through the app for your friends that are not Movie Pass members.
I did see that.
So
that
that's
was
nice
cool.
because then you can get your block of tickets. Everybody doesn't have to go buy their tickets separately. You're just like, you guys just give me cash or Venmo or whatever, and it's done.
But the problem is it's still not reserved seating.
There was something that said they were working on reserved seating, though.
But here's the problem. AMC's not willing to do reserved seating with them, and neither is Regal.
Okay.
So who are you reserving seating for?
Sure. And then the third piece of the announcement was that they're going to start being able to do your premium screenings, your IMAXs, your again for an additional fee.
Fine, that's fine.
So say you're paying $2 or whatever to upgrade to an IMAX, and you go see an IMAX movie once a week, so you're paying $8 a month on top of your $9 a month. So at $17 you just saw.
Yep, sure.
So at that point, you're still kind of at that same price point as the AMC thing. So those are their big three things.
And that's cool. Like, I'm glad that they're trying to make it happen.
Right.
I still think it's an act of fealty. Like, at a certain point, one is Movie Pass going to go by the wayside.
Yeah. And when it does, I'll cancel that and I'll sign up for...
Yep.
I mean, the nice thing... Well, and unfortunately, I didn't know about the Alamo Drafthouse having their own program because I was really looking forward to Alamo Drafthouse in Dallas.
Well, and here's the thing. You can still use your Movie Pass there.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Because, like, AMC's not denying your Movie Pass.
Yeah.
But Alamo Drafthouse has its own, but they're reserved seating.
Right.
So
the one time I've been to one, all I did is I walked in and there was a self-service kiosk.
yes, there is.
I swiped my card, I hit a button. And sure, you can't reserve your seat ahead of time that way.
Right.
But, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, right now, I go to movies Tuesday or Wednesday around 3 o'clock is my preferred time. So it's usually not that busy anyways.
Right.
It's when I have a group of guys who are like, hey, we're going to go watch Deadpool 2 at 7 p.m. All right, cool. Now I can get my seat.
Yeah. So for me, 90+% of the time I go to a movie, it's literally like, hey, you want to go to a movie? Like,
sure. Let's go impulse it.
It's almost never pre-planned. So
that's fair.
Yeah. And I go to, the Everett Mall. They don't do reserve seating anyway, so.
Yet.
Yeah, I know.
Like the Linwood Mall's starting to, and like they don't have a special theater. They're just reserving seats now.
Right. So.
All right.
Okay.
No, that's not true. The Everett Mall does have a reserved seating block.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been in that theater.
What did we watch that they had reserved seating at? Because it was really hard to see the numbers. I remember it being really hard because they're regular seats that are assigned.
Oh.
It was really hard to read the numbers.
Yeah, no thanks.
Anyways.
Oh, because they have the one
yes,
RPX.
The RPX.
There.
Yes, that's what it was.
Okay.
That's what it was. Okay. Comic news.
Comic news.
There's 2 series that are ending. One was announced today, and one has been announced for a little bit, but we haven't talked about it.
Okay.
The one that has been announced with issue 50, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps is ending.
Yep.
Rumor is the new series will be written monthly by Grant Morrison.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not.
It's hard because a lot of Grant Morrison stuff is hard to follow,
And it's just bad.
but I feel like this is almost a good canvas for him because you can do so much and get away with it.
Here's the way I view this.
Okay.
If Grant Morrison goes, I want a Green Lantern book, and Jim Lee, who's now in charge, no longer Jeff Johns,
Right.
Jim Lee, says, you know what, Grant? Actually, I'm pretty sure he calls him Gene Money. You know what, Gene Money? We've been friends a long time. You got it. You can play around and fuck around with any Green Lantern you want except for Sector 2814. Otherwise, fucking go sick. I'd be totally fine with that.
Well, so here's my thing. We've talked about this before, or I know I've brought it up several times. I would be absolutely fine having a Green Lantern Corps book that's just like an anthology.
Absolutely. 100%.
So
100%.
You do a 2 or 3 issue story arc about the Green Lantern of Sector 024. And then the next, it's somebody else. And if they want to give Grant Morrison that,
Absolutely.
I don't.
And that's what I mean. Totally fine. Don't fuck with Hal, Kyle,
Right.
John, or Guy's stories. You have these 3,000 other sectors. Go fucking sick.
Right.
And I agree with you. I don't need a continual. I'm happy with one-offs. I'm happy anthologies. I'm happy with whatever you want.
Have little things that tie it together here, there, whatever,
Sure.
but it doesn't need to have a full through line.
Nope, I agree. 100%.
I mean, you can have, John Stewart's still the leader of the Corps right now. So you can have every couple issues, he checks in and says, hey, we're off doing this thing over here. I need to take care of that. And whatever he's doing over here is what's being talked about in the main Green Lanterns book.
Fine.
Done.
However, Green Lanterns is still going to be Baz and Jessica.
I know. They need to fucking end that.
I'm not saying they don't. Hopefully that all gets ended here shortly. Now, the other book that's ending, announced today, ending with issue 20, Killer Be Killed.
2021. I think it was 21. And it came out today.
Is it 21? I thought it was 20.
It might have been 20.
Regardless, it's
Whatever
done.
issue came out today, it's done. And I read it.
And was it good?
No.
Boo.
I mean, no. It was and it wasn't.
Okay.
So, I don't remember. Do you read this book?
I will get the hardback trade like I
Okay.
do all Brubaker's stuff.
So, I've raved about this book. It's a great
have.
book. It's a Brubaker noir
Phillips,
style book.
Yep.
Every one of those that I've read, with the exception of Fatale, which I need to go back and try again.
Fatale was good.
Like I said, I had a bad experience.
Do you want me to take the 2 hardbacks that make the whole story? I'll go upstairs and walk away with them today.
Maybe.
Okay.
But it's been narrated the whole time by the main character.
Yes.
And it's narrated really well because he's always like, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself again. Look, let me go back and recap. And that's how they do that whole trope of, we're going to drop you cold open into something that's happening.
And then bring it back.
Let's back up and we'll get to figure
Which is
out
smart. It's smart.
It is. It's a very effective storytelling tool. They do a fake out in the narration on this final issue where you see something happen and then he's like, oh, no, just kidding. And then at the end he's like, oh, no, just kidding. That thing you saw earlier is what's real and the last 8 pages have been made up.
Stupid.
And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. But ultimately, I mean, once you get to the actual ending of it and you take that in consideration and the whole thing as an overall, it was a good way to wrap it up. I'm upset that it's done, but they did say that so the next thing that they have coming out is their first OGN that they've ever done.
Cool.
And then in addition, they're working on a quasi-sequel to The Fade Out.
Oh, interesting.
Quasi-sequel in that it takes place in the same universe and you see a couple of the characters cross over.
Yeah, there's a common theme maybe.
But it's not
Got it.
the same storyline continued. So it's a shared universe with The Fade Out, which I'm looking forward to because I really like The Fade Out too. It's
interesting you bring up OGN. Because I have some OGNs in my pull list this week.
I see that.
What shall we talk about our polls this week?
Sure. I'll talk about what I'm actually. Hold on.
You pull yours up and I'll go through what I got here.
This is why I finally installed Comixology on my phone.
Yeah, but you can't read on your phone. It's too small.
No. Literally, I installed it purely to be able to do
I
my
like
pull
that.
list
I like that.
to add to my order. That's it.
So this week, actually not this week, this is 2 weeks. James Bond the Body, number 6. They finally got in my back-ordered copy of Cyberforce number 1 because it's written by Matt Hawkins. And we love Matt here.
You have not? Have you not read this
I have
yet?
not. I just got it.
Okay. I've read 1 through 3. I bought.
1 through 3.
It's up to 4. Issue 4 came out. So I read issues 1 through 3. I added issue 4 to my wish list today because I didn't want to buy it yet.
It's supposed to be very good.
So here's the thing. Did you ever read any of the prior Cyberforce?
I sure didn't.
Yeah. I didn't either. So they're making references to things that I find myself having to go look up.
I was hoping it was going to be a standalone.
Here's the thing. You can read it, and you can be absolutely fine with it. You don't need to look it up.
Okay.
But for me, I'm like, I know this refers to something. I want to figure out what it is.
Okay. Daredevil 604. Batman Detective Comics 983.
Okay.
The Flash 49. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps 47.
Oh, it's getting so close.
Justice League number 2. Trinity number 20, which was on back order because the one I got in was damaged. The books I'll be talking about, The Man of Steel 4 and 5.
Okay.
The OGNs I got is Batman, The Dark Prince Charming 1 and 2.
I haven't even heard of this.
So Marini is an Italian artist. Yeah. He wrote it, he drew it. It got really high regards. It looks super dope.
Oh yeah.
But I've been saying for a long time, I think OGNs are the future.
Okay.
Because a lot of these books, I'm now just either waiting till that story's done and reading it in bulk or getting the trade.
Yeah.
So at that point, just write the trade.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that. That's what this is.
Right, because those are the equivalent of like 3 issues each or something like that.
Each one of these books is 3 issues each.
Yeah.
And they're only $12.
Right.
So price is fine.
It's $4 a book. Yeah, it's fine. But it's
Comics $3.99.
I know.
It's hardback.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hardback.
No advertisements.
No ads. Probably premium paper too.
Premium paper, and it's oversized.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's oversized.
Yeah.
So I think worth it. So I've been saying OGNs are how I want to start getting my comic books. So they finally did it, and I felt like I'd be a hypocrite if I then said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it." You know what? You took the chance. I'm going to take the chance with you guys.
Fair.
I want you to know that's how I want my comics. I'm letting my money do the talking.
Okay.
So I picked that up. And then obviously my issue of previews.
Okay. So here is what I bought this week. And normal disclaimer, some of it's not things that came out this week, but it's what I decided to buy. So I got Hal Jordan Green Lantern Corps, Batgirl, new volume Fathom. Issue 1.
Yes, New Fathom did come out.
So I picked
Michael Turner's Fathom. Sure.
Michael Turner's Fathom, as written by, do you know who wrote it?
No.
Ron Mars.
Ooh! Ooh!
Yeah.
I love Ron Mars.
Right?
I might get that.
There you go. It's only 1 issue in. You could catch up real quick.
Or I can wait for the trade.
Or I can do what I've been saying I'm going to do for 4 years and just give you my Comixology password. So I got Green Lanterns, Batman, Hal Jordan the Green Lantern Corps, Nightwing, Northgard, which is a chapter house, so it's in the Captain Canuck universe. And I got Captain Canuck. I got Archie. I got Killer Be Killed. The latest issues of X-Men Red, Blue, and Gold. The Dead Hand number 2.
Okay, Dead Hand number 1 was good.
I got the latest issue of The Fix.
Ooh. Really?
I like The Fix.
I liked the first trade. The second trade went down for me.
Yeah, it's not as good, but there's still some decent humor in there. And then I got issue 4 of Green Hornet.
The Amy Chu Green Hornet?
Yes.
Okay. Is it any good?
I'm actually enjoying it.
Okay. That's one I'm curious about. I like Amy personally, and I don't care that they changed the gender of the Green Hornet. I just never cared about the Green Hornet to begin with, so I don't know if it's worth it.
Oh, see, Green Hornet was my jam. Like, I used to watch the 60s TV show.
Okay.
Or 70s or whatever that was. And then I talked a couple months ago, I went back and rewatched the Seth Rogen Green Hornet.
Which is fine. It holds up.
And my first viewing, I was sour on it. My second viewing, I'm like, no, this is actually pretty entertaining. So I've read the first 4 issues of Amy Chu's Green Hornet now, and it's good. And the only reason they changed the gender of the Green Hornet,
isn't it Kato's daughter?
It's Kato's daughter, who was Kato, and then Britt's son was Green Hornet. Britt went MIA, so they needed somebody to fill in as Green Hornet because crime in whatever city it is, I can't remember. Sentinel City?
Sure.
I don't know. Started going up because Green Hornet wasn't there to manage the crime. So they were like, oh, well, hey, you're a trained fighter. Why don't you put on the suit and you go be Green Hornet?
Fine.
So that's the only reason they did it. And I'm fine with that. And then you find out that Britt Jr. is actually undercover in Hong Kong or something like that. They find him and they meet up with him, and that's where the story's at now.
Interesting. I'll pick that up in trade.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So I'm here to talk about the Man of Steel.
Okay.
I'm going to pour myself a shot real fast.
Yeah, you might want to make that a triple.
So here's how I feel about this. So Bendis is coming to DC.
Yeah.
Bendis is going to...
There was ads everywhere. Bendis is coming.
Which reminds me, we got to talk about the Walmart exclusives as well.
Oh, yeah.
So Bendis is coming. Bendis is here.
Huh?
And Bendis has decided he's going to change Superman.
Of course.
He's going to change Superman in these 6 issues.
Okay.
I've gotten through 5 of the 6 now. They have not been good.
Oh.
They have not been bad. They've been useless and unnecessary and does not need to be a weekly series.
Okay.
This could have just been Superman number fucking 1 and called it a done story.
Okay.
Now, here's the problem with relaunching Superman or changing some of his story. That's great when you come into a character that's stale or bad or the story's just gone to shit, so you need to revitalize it. Superman in Action Comics were phenomenal.
Okay.
People were raving about them. So for you to take away those writers and those artists and replace it with Bendis and his work be not as good, well, then what the fuck was the point?
Right.
Like, I don't even care if you're building towards something. You come out that gate strong. You make me say, oh, Tomasi was fine, but this is good. Dan Jurgens' work was fine, but, like, this is killing it.
Right.
No, that stuff was better.
Ugh.
They had good stories in place they were building towards. You just shit all over what they've done for the past 3 years, and it's better than what you're doing. So why are you doing this?
So do you think, obviously, everybody at DC was, well, I shouldn't say everybody. DC put on a face of being excited that Bendis was coming. But
yes.
Do you think that they kind of held the reins a little bit on what he was allowed to do because of what was happening in Action? And
Not at all.
No? Okay.
Not at all. So in these 6 issues, we find out that Krypton was not destroyed by Brainiac and just the planet destroying. There was a guy who had a vendetta against all the Kryptonians. He's out to destroy their entire bloodline. So he's what actually destroyed Krypton.
Okay.
He also destroyed the city of Kandor, the bottle city of Kandor, to send a message to Clark. Lois and John have been missing. We don't know where they went. We did finally find out that Jor-El, Mr. Oz, took them to go. Yeah. He wants to raise John to be a true Kryptonian. And apparently Lois went with him. They're going to let it happen as like summer, but he's got to be back by the time school starts. Stupid. But in the meantime, Superman's fucking sitting here hitting on the new... he's flirting with the new fire chief, which is completely unlike him.
Okay.
I like how much they've incorporated Supergirl. Great. But otherwise, they've just shit all over everything else. And the story in itself has just been meh.
Okay.
Super meh.
Okay.
And every book has 2 different artists, and it's pissing me the fuck off.
Oh, I hate when they do that. Because I'm sure they're not even similar styles, right?
No, it's like Adam Hughes and Jason Fabok.
Oh,
it's
Jesus.
Sean McGuire and Ray Sinclair. You're like, who? You guys aren't even in the same fucking ballpark.
Yeah.
So I get it. They're all big names, but don't put 2 per issue.
Now, how do they split that? Is it like there's certain scenes that are done in a certain style, or is it literally just from one page to the next it's different?
like half of the book. It's so
Okay.
some of it is scenes, and some of it's just half the book to half the book.
Because the only time that I've been able to, and I don't want to say I appreciate it, but kind of get it, is when I read books where it's like current time is one artist, and then there's a flashback that's a different artist.
Yes.
But I had one where it was like current artist was like, and this is exaggerating, but was like, who is the guy that was on Batman a couple years ago that got really big?
Greg Capullo.
Yeah, it was like a Greg Capullo, and the flashback was like a jock.
Oh, yeah, two very different.
But
So in this issue 4, it was a different artist for the flashback. In issues 1 and 2, it was just split 50-50.
ugh.
So, grand scheme of things, not too pleased. I'm paying $3.99 for a weekly title when I was paying $2.99 for a title I enjoyed.
Right. Yeah. It's too bad.
What about you?
So I know we touched on it earlier. Issue 1 of Fathom.
Yes.
I'm a huge Fathom fan. So I'm glad to see another volume of that coming out. I want to say it's only supposed to be 6 issues, but it might be 12. I don't know for sure. But again, it is Ron Marr's writing. So the writing's good. I feel like I must have missed something from the last series because this one features Finn, which is Aspen's brother.
Okay.
And I don't remember that being a thing. So I don't know if that was in the last series or maybe
In a side story, or
I missed series 4 or 5. I need to go back and eventually read that one. So maybe it's a callback to one of those ones that I didn't read. But so that was a little weird. But so that's good. Art in it's good. But I want to talk about now I'm blanking on the Dead Hand.
The Dead Hand.
The Dead Hand. Because I read issue 1 a week or 2 ago.
And it was good.
And I send you a message. I'm like, have you read this? Because if not, you probably should.
And I had it. I just hadn't read it yet.
Okay.
And I read it, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Higgins' spy stuff is cool. In the last couple pages, I was like, all right, I like what you did there.
Right. So it reminds me a little bit, because of kind of what you find on those last pages, of Postal.
Okay.
In that
The city's not what you think it is.
It's a town that ends up being off the grid for certain reasons. As you're reading the first issue, you don't realize that this town is actually in like remote Siberia.
Right. Because he was fighting the Russians, and now he's living amongst them.
Right. And then somebody shows up, and they're like, well, we don't typically get a lot of unintentional visitors here because, surprise, we're in the fucking middle of nowhere.
Right.
So in issue 2, it's a lot more interrogation of that guy and what he's really there for. And you see some flashbacks of how the main character ended up in this town.
Oh, okay, good.
And there's somebody else in the town that was a French operative. That
the French.
Yeah. So you get history. It's starting to build into why this town came to be and what the Dead Hand actually was. And yeah, it's good. I feel like I got more out of the first issue than the second issue.
Okay.
But it's still good. I still recommend it.
So
it's Kyle Higgins.
It is Kyle Higgins.
And we like Kyle Higgins.
We do. Not everything he does is great. Kyle Higgins is one of those people where not everything he does is great, but it'll never be bad.
Right. Obviously, we both really enjoyed his run on
Grayson.
Nightwing. Or it was Grayson.
It was Grayson. Grayson was good.
And then he went and did
was it Black Mask?
The Cowl.
The Cowl.
I knew it was an abbreviation. He did The Cowl, which I read. I really enjoyed. Did you ever read that one?
I got both the trades because Kyle and the artist were someplace. I got them, bought them.
Okay.
They're signed. I just haven't read them yet.
Okay. And then he's had a really good run on, of all things, Power Rangers.
But I heard they're getting a new writer.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
Also, there's 2 different Power Rangers titles now, and they cross over, and it's driving me crazy because I don't want to read the other one.
And he actually solicited a new book in last previews. I don't remember what it's called, but it's on my pull list because Kyle did it.
Okay.
But it's through a complete independent company.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Not Image, not... It's one of the other completely like Avatar Press or something like that.
Oh, yeah. So,
Aftershock. Aftershock Press.
Aftershock is getting some
Warren
good
Ellis,
names in there.
Garth Ennis, Cullen Bunn, Kyle Higgins. Yes.
Yeah, like where did these guys come from all of a sudden?
They're the new image. They're creator owned. They give you more cut than the other guys do.
Yeah.
They're just here to help you publish it.
I guess, yeah. So
Good for them.
but yeah, so that's the one I would recommend. Issue 3 actually came out this week or last week. I haven't picked it up yet.
Okay.
It came out 2 weeks ago, actually. Yeah, on the whatever that was. Either way, pick it up. It's good.
Pick it up. I agree. I read issue 1. I liked it. When the trade comes out, I'll get the trade. Like I just said, I'm moving more and more towards trades now. Anyways, like as much as I love my single issues and I love bagging and boarding, like it's just too much, man. It's just too much.
I'm ready to sell off all my single issues.
Even the Invincible?
That's like literally Invincible I will keep. And then I have the new 52 run on Green Lantern. I can't decide if I want to keep that or not.
Yeah, keep that.
Yeah.
The new 52 run?
Yeah, the Jeff Johns run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Sinestro comes back as a Green Lantern to start?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe.
Yeah, keep
I think I'm still missing 2 or 3 issues from that. The Sinestro War, the mid-20s.
Oh, no, that was not New 52 then. That was beforehand. That was No Fear. That was right after Rebirth. That was before New 52.
Rebirth came after 52.
No. Green Lantern Rebirth.
Not
just Rebirth.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I have both runs, actually.
Oh,
I don't know.
Keep
I
both.
don't know.
They're all good.
I
They're
know.
all
Anyways.
good.
I don't know that I have anything else. We've exchanged a bunch of news stories in the last couple of weeks, but I don't know if there's nothing really sticking out that we need to talk about.
There's not. I was going to say that is it for me if that's it for you.
That's all I got.
I think we're back next week.
No, I'm gone.
Oh, that's
I
right.
leave Saturday.
That's right. You're gone.
I think the next time we're both in town is the last week of July. Because I come back on the 21st. No, you leave on the 21st.
I leave on the 21st to San Diego Comic-Con.
So potentially the first week in August. Because I come back on the 2nd.
Yeah, so once again, monthly.
Whenever.
Monthly, guys.
We'll be
That's
around.
fine. Whatever.
Maybe I'll try to do a shot of culture from France.
We make these promises. We never keep them. That's
You know what? I looked back. I've done 3 shot of cultures.
I've done 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you had a lost one. You had one you recorded you
I
never
did
sent to
have
me.
the lost one. It was the Nightwing one. It was a good one. I redid. I went through like a 10-minute synopsis of Nightwing's history. I'm sure if I look through one of my old phones, I might be able to find it.
Maybe. If so, send it. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be 2 years out of date now. But
Whatever. I'll do a PS.
Amending.
All right. So we'll be back in August.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.